All right, well, welcome back to the Pittsburgh Steelers franchise mode here on Madden 23. Is the final, and I mean final, regular season episode here in the 2022 season. We're almost done. We are almost done with it. And yeah, we're going to be going on to the offseason tomorrow. We have to get it out the way, though. We got to take on the Cleveland Browns back at home, taking on Deshaun Watson and Cleveland. And for the Browns, I think this is a huge game for them because they come to this one 9-7. We're 5-11, obviously out of things, but the Browns are struggling right now. They're not struggling, but they are fighting for that last playoff berth. The Las Vegas Raiders are currently at 7th, of course, who we just lost to a couple weeks ago. We'll see if Cleveland can sneak their way in there. We have an unstoppable force cutscene. I don't really care. The only thing I really care about pre-game here tonight is just negotiating with Devin Bush. His re-sign interest is kind of low. So last time we kind of lowballed him, so I'm going to give him even more money this time. For a guy who's 24 years old, got to keep him around. So I'm going to give him $5 million a year, $2.5 million bonus. I'll go 4, honestly, for 4 years. Let's see. Okay, we just completely lowballed the man. So we've got a 24-year-old going on over to free agency. Now I'm thinking about, I know you usually wouldn't do this, but I'm thinking about putting him on the tag. Because Devin Bush is the guy we really need for the future, and hopefully we can work out a long-term deal with him. And maybe by putting him under the franchise tag, we can keep him around. So I don't know, folks. And also, if you haven't yet, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below for more Madden 23 here on the channel. We will have the online franchise. Hopefully it's already up. If it's not up today, or if it's not already up on the channel, the first episode of the online franchise, then that means I got really tired and didn't want to finish it. So then it's coming up tomorrow. So hopefully it's one of these 2 days. And also, go make sure to follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and then also on Twitch as well. We're going to be live streaming on Twitch soon. So make sure you go follow the Twitch GreaterPlace28 for the link down in the description down below. And yeah, let's get into it. And also, again, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below and join the Greater Place Discord server while you're at it as well. We will have open spots soon in that 32-team online franchise because we have a couple inactive. So that's really all we got to do pre-video here. Browns and Steelers, of course, tonight we are 5-11. They are 9-7. Matt Stafford currently leads the NFL in passing yards, then Joe Burrow, then Tom Brady. JT in rushing yards, Cooper Kupp in receiving yards. Aaron Donald leads the NFL in sacks, tied with Von Miller, and Ahkello Witherspoon. As long as Rodney McLeod does not get 3 interceptions this game, Ahkello Witherspoon will lead the NFL this year in interceptions and likely get a dev upgrade. That's huge. Big shout out to our guy, Ahkello Witherspoon. We'll go over all the stats in the offseason video. So that's going to do it, folks. Let's play it. Steelers and Browns from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So it is almost over. Whatever the hell the 2022 regular season was for the Pittsburgh Steelers, it is almost over. Because tomorrow will be the offseason. Tomorrow we will reevaluate our team. We'll see if we will pick a quarterback in the draft. We'll see if we change direction at quarterback. Obviously, Cam Newton, no matter what, is not coming back as the starting quarterback of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now as a backup, maybe. Because I don't really think we're going to be re-signing Mitchell Trubisky. I don't think it just makes too much sense. So maybe Cam Newton does come back in a backup role. But it's either going to be Kenny Pickett taking back the starting job. It's either going to be that, it's going to be drafting a quarterback, or maybe we'll look through free agency, but some big changes will be made, and I want your input in the comment section down below. Do we either A, give Kenny Pickett another shot at the starting role, B, draft a quarterback in the draft? I don't know if Bryce Young and or CJ Stroud will fall to us. I think we're projected like number 8 right now in the draft, so I don't know, we'll see. Of course, if we lose this game, our draft positioning only gets better. I'm just saying. Or C, do we look in free agency for a quarterback? Because, a guy like Tom Brady is going to be in free agency. Now, am I saying that we're going to pick up Tom Brady? No, wouldn't make sense. Why would Tom Brady go to a team that's, 5-11? But still, there will be quarterbacks in free agency like Jimmy Garoppolo. Do we want Jimmy G? Probably not. I'm just saying, though, we might look in free agency as well. So those are our options. Let's get into it, folks. Get in the football first. It will be Deshaun Watson and the Cleveland Browns. So coming off of suspension, here comes Deshaun. So far in the season, 454 yards, 6 touchdowns, 1 interception. I kind of botched his suspension. I didn't bring him back till this week. Who cares, though? Who gives a damn if the Browns are in the playoffs or not? Nick Chubb, by the way, going to rush one over the middle, and there you go. Nick Chubb, first play. He's so hard to bring down, and Chubb's got the Browns all the way down to the 22-yard line. Fun fact, the Steelers' first win on the season was in Cleveland against the Browns. Of course, it wasn't against Deshaun Watson, though. It was against Jacoby Brissett, as Watson's going to find his receiver to the outside. It will be Donovan Peoples-Jones down to the 8-yard line. It is now a 3rd and goal, though, from the 5. Watson from under center, dropping back, looking to his left, ball is caught. Touchdown, Amari Cooper. Cooper's been good with or without Watson this season, and it is 7-0 just like that for the Cleveland Browns. Coming out for his final start, maybe ever, but at least as a member of the Pittsburgh Steelers, it's Cam Newton. The experiment hasn't gone great so far. 517 yards, 3 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. His accuracy's been kind of hit or miss, so we'll see here. On a 1st and 10, Newton's just going to dump it off to Najee Harris. Harris breaking some tackles. Oh my goodness. Harris going to pick up a huge gain right there of 11 yards, moving the sticks for a 1st and 10. Newton out the gun, hand handoff, back on the ground we go. Najee Harris going to go down to the 43-yard line, making it now a 2nd and 2 for the Pittsburgh offense. So Newton up the gun, sticking on the ground, will go back to Najee, and Harris will pick up a gain right there of 6 yards down to the Cleveland 37-yard line. 2nd and 10 again for Cam, handoff, Najee Harris making his way past some Cleveland defenders, and Najee Harris having his way on this first drive, 6 carries for 35 yards for the former Alabama running back. Back on the ground we go. 1st and 10, RPO for Najee, lowering the shoulder and picking up yet another gain of 10. It will be another 1st and 10 from the 16-yard line. 50 seconds to go here in the first. Newton on the run will get it off to Najee Harris. I mean, this entire quarter has been worked through Najee, and the Steelers will be on the goal line as we go into the second quarter. 7-0 so far for the Browns. And here are the Steelers from the 2-yard line. 2nd goal, toss to the left. Najee Harris. This play never works in Madden, but it will right there. Najee Harris gets to the outside. This one's going to be tied. That entire drive was worked around the running skills of Najee Harris. We're knotted up at 7 here in the second quarter, so Cleveland gets it back for a 3rd and 7. Deshaun Watson stepping up, looking over the top. Minkah Fitzpatrick can't get there. And shoestring tackle again by Fitzpatrick, but big play right there by Donovan Peoples-Jones to get the Browns down to the 18-yard line. 1st and 10 again for Deshaun, looking to his right. Ball be caught. Donovan Peoples-Jones, but ball's out. Charles Edmonds knocks it out, and he picks it up as well. So Pittsburgh will get the ball back after forcing a turnover at the 6-yard line. It'll be a 1st and 10 for the Steelers going in the opposite direction. Here comes a 3rd and 6 though. Cam dropping back, looking over the top. He had George Pickens, and he completely misses him. Okay, so the Browns get it back from the 49-yard line. It'll be a 3rd and 3 for Deshaun, looking to his left. Where are we going? All right, so both teams struggling on offense after their first drive. It's going to be a 3rd and 18 now for the Steelers, back with the football after a penalty. We try to force a double coverage Deontay Johnson. Very surprised that ball wasn't picked off. Anyway, the Browns get it back from their own 35-yard line. 3rd and 7 for Watson, looking to his right. He'll complete a pass to the outside, but short of the first down marker, so Pittsburgh gets it right back. It's been a defensive struggle so far here in the second quarter. Cam looks for George Pickens. He completely misses him, so Cleveland gets it back from their own 37-yard line. 2nd and 7 for Deshaun, being chased outside. He gets past TJ Watt, and he'll complete it to his receiver. That's Jakeem Grant, and Grant's got the Browns down to the 39-yard line for a 2nd and 9. Watson dropping back with one timeout. He'll step up, he'll run. That's not great for the Browns, though, from the 34-yard line. Time's going. They don't use a timeout until right now. Wow. Horrible time management from the Cleveland Browns. They'll bring out their kicker here for a 51-yarder, which he will barely hit, but the Browns definitely could have A, at least gotten closer, or B, at least taken a shot to the end zone. You never know against this Pittsburgh secondary. They are so hit and miss, but we'll go into the second half, 10-7, Cleveland on top, and Pittsburgh will start with the football. So here comes Cameron Newton from his own 35-yard line, 3rd and 8 for the offense. They're going to chase Claypool, and Claypool will fight his way over the first down marker. It'll be a 1st down for Pittsburgh, now at their own 44-yard line at 1st and 10 for Cam. Play action fake. He was supposed to boot left. Instead, he just walks right into a Myles Garrett sack. So Garrett's going to pick up the sack and a loss of 9. And that'll be a 3rd and 18 from the 36-yard line. Newton dropping back on the Texas route. He's got Najee Harris. Harris will get down to midfield now. He'll make it manageable here on 4th. It's the last game of the season. Okay, yeah, and we punted it back to them. And of course, the Browns got a great return, so they get it right back from the 43-yard line, but that pass is going to be caught by David Njoku. The problem is, he doesn't have the first down. It'll be a 4th and 2. Now the Browns will try their hand at a 4th down. 4th and 2, Nick Chubb, and the Steelers are all over it. Big stop right there. They've had trouble stopping the run all season long. Look at the celebration right in the face of Nick Chubb. And the Steelers get the ball back from their own 48-yard line. 3rd and 2, handoff Najee Harris. He fumbles. Great. He had the first down. Story of the year. You got something that's actually working. The entire team's kind of falling apart, but at least the run game out of Najee Harris is the one thing keeping this team together, and he fumbles after he picks up a first down. So we'll give the ball right back to the Cleveland Browns. Nick Chubb runs for a 1st, 2nd and 5, empty gun look for Deshaun to his right. Ball will be caught by the tight end in David Njoku. It'll be a pickup of 7 yards down to the 26-yard line. 2nd and 6 again for the Browns. Watson's going to lob one in right into the arms of Jakeem Grant Sr. Grant down to the 18-yard line, makes it a 1st and 10 from that 18. 5 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Nick Chubb will find his way past that front line of the Steelers, and he'll run it all the way in. It's an 18-yard touchdown for Nick Chubb. That puts the Cleveland Browns up by 10. I don't know why they're doing the Dirty Bird celebration, but that's all right. Cleveland up by 10 going into the 4th, 17-7. So, I mean, last game of the year, let's see what happens. We've got it from the 23-yard line. Luckily, you know, we went into this game knowing this game didn't matter for us, and honestly, you hate to say it, but if we lose this game, it kind of benefits us because we get a better draft pick, but we'll see what happens. 3rd and 8, Newton at the empty gun. He'll look over the middle. He's got Chase Claypool wide open on a slant route, so Claypool's got the Steelers now down to the 44-yard line. It'll now, however, be a 3rd and 14 after a penalty, so Newton drops back. Looking to his right, he'll get it to George Pickens, but way short of first down. But again, 4th down, we're going to go for it, so a 4th and 5 for Newton. Time's a ticking, though. I mean, we've already spent 4 minutes here in this 4th quarter. Hey, Newton goes to Deontay Johnson for a first, down the 22-yard line. It'll now be a 3rd and 5. Newton dropping back, looking over the middle. There is George Pickens. So Pickens down to the 10 now after a pickup of 12 yards. Set up for a 2nd and goal. Newton at the gun, looking to throw to his left. He'll dump it off to Najee Harris. Harris with a stiff arm will be down at the 5. So a big 3rd and goal for the Pittsburgh offense. But again, we've taken up 7 minutes in this quarter with this one drive. Jadeveon Clowney with the sack, and we're only going to get 3 points. So it's a 28-yarder for Chris Boswell, which he will hit, but it's a 7-point game. We've got all 3 timeouts, 2 minutes and 19 seconds left to play. Got to get a stop right now. 1st and 10, Cleveland looking to throw the football until Deshaun takes off and he runs, and Deshaun Watson picks up a gain of 15. And the Browns are a 1st down away from ending this ball game. 2nd and 9 handoff, Nick Chubb to the outside. He's got the block in the field, and off he goes. Nick Chubb breaks off a tackle, and he'll run it in for the big score. That's your ball game. Nick Chubb with a 59-yarder. Somehow, someway, we blocked the extra point and returned it back for 2, but that's besides the point. It doesn't really matter. The Pittsburgh Steelers will lose the regular season finale against the Cleveland Browns by a score of 23-12 again with that blocked PAT and the 2-point return. So the Browns are your winners. Again, it's good that we didn't really care about this game. You know, we'll see what happens in the offseason, and that will be tomorrow. Like to hear all your input on the starting quarterback position. Of course, we got some other things to deal with. I'd like to get a better receiver. Like, honestly, I would like to get a really good, like a Domi type receiver, like a guy, I mean, I'm not saying we're going to get Mike Evans, but a guy like Mike Evans who can, you know, kind of just go up and get one-on-one balls, because that's, I think, what we were missing this season. I know Chase Claypool can do that a little bit, but really it was few and far in between for Chase Claypool on those big routes. And Deontay Johnson, we're going to have to change our scheme and get Deontay Johnson in one-on-one coverage and going over the top and trying to burn guys deep, because really there was none of that this year from him. And then, of course, the run game, I like Najee Harris, but we really got to improve that line. So that's why I wouldn't totally be against drafting an O-lineman in the 1st round, especially if he's a, you know, guaranteed superstar dev and, you know, a guy who just could benefit us right away instead of taking quarterbacks in back-to-back 1st rounds with Pickett and whoever we take this year, just like the Arizona Cardinals did with Josh Rosen and Kyler Murray. So we'll see, folks. Thank y'all for watching episode number 17. Thank y'all for watching the 1st season of the Pittsburgh Steelers franchise mode here on Madden 23. If you haven't yet, though, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below for more to come. I'll see y'all tomorrow for the offseason. Thank y'all for watching, and Mamba forever.